Hello everybody and welcome to Capcom Versus. Now, as most people would know at this point, Capcom's in a little bit of money trouble. Now I've heard complaints high and low about it. My name is MP2066, otherwise known as MarkPen2066, or Captain Capcom, here on with the group Omnicoms. And this is my thoughts on Capcom. Now, Capcom really hasn't been doing anything that right or wrong in this year. For most of it, I feel they're doing right. But let's go a little bit into my background with Capcom. My first two games that I played with Capcom are Mega Man and Breath of Fire, both of which are kind of up in the air of whether or not they're going to be continued or not. While I'm completely satisfied with the Mega Man series, and I'm pretty much satisfied with Breath of Fire the way it is, that doesn't mean I don't want more or want more from the series. A lot of problems seem to be arising with Devil May Cry, particularly Mega Man, which started this whole thing, and a few other Capcom IPs. Capcom has plenty of IPs here, and I, on my break screen here, have about maybe half of them, maybe a little bit more. With that being said, Capcom doesn't use all their IPs. Whether they had a failed project like Breath of Fire, even though it is getting a new game, it was put on hold for a while. Now, in regards to the Mega Man fail, Mega Man Legends 3 should not have been announced until they were sure they could make it. Being that they decided, hey, we're going to make this game, and didn't go through with it, causes a lot of issues. So what about the other cancelled games? The other ones don't bother me as much. I'm sure it bothers other Mega Man fans way more than it does me. But they were two MMOs. At least I think they were both MMOs. One looked very stupid, and the other one was just a cool thing that fans always wanted. Mega Man and from Classic and X meeting each other. Which would have been interesting, but I didn't care for it either. There was the Mega Man first-person shooter. That was fine to be cancelled in my opinion. It could have been a Metroid Prime, but it also could have failed horribly. The one that is the worst is the Legends one. Another thing that they did that sort of hurt them, last year's April Fool's joke, which now makes more sense to me why it's funny, because it was a satire of Mega Man X being one of those toy Gundam figures or statues. I believe it's figures. And it looked really cool. And people probably would have bought that. Would have been a better idea to say, Bad Box, we're going to make a figure of Bad Box Art Mega Man. Instead of, this cool Mega Man. Nah, we're actually going to do this. I hope you guys like it. People would have bought it up. But that's not what they did. So they've done that. They've done that. Now, the next issue is with DMC. Now, my history with DMC is that I started playing these games in 2014. To be honest with you, all these games are fine in my opinion. 2 is a little meh, but I'm not surprised by that because everybody told me it was the worst one, and I thought it was just okay. With that being said, it is unfortunate that technically, and I heard DMC 4 was incomplete. I think DMC 4 is fine the way it is. People are complaining about Special Edition and that it's not what they wanted. They wanted more. To be honest, they should get more, but they shouldn't expect more from Special Edition. When they make an edition, they usually just add a few extra things. Being 3 new characters, 3 new playstyles. Even though one of them has a recycled kit, as higher DMC fans will tell you. I'm not that into DMC like everybody else. I just play them because I enjoy them and I like looking stylish. I'm not going to progress my skill to that of being able to play in stylish competitions. I'll just play the games on really hard difficulties and try to look freaking cool instead of dying. That being said, according to most DMC fans, DMC4 was incomplete. And where I can see where they're coming from, at the same time, it still feels like a complete and playable game. It's lacking some content, sure, possibly. But to me, it was fine. I thought it was a very good sequel to DMC3. I hope that they will put more effort into DMC5. Not this special edition. Special edition, just add a few new characters. I'm actually surprised with what I did get. I've gotten 2, not just 1, not just 2, but 3 extra characters to play as. There's also on-disc DLC that Capcom does, and the reason I'm bringing that up now is because the pre-order bonus for DMC 4 Special Edition is the Gloria outfit and the DMC3 that's Trish's outfit, and ladies' outfits for DMC3 incarnation. And it just affects it negatively. Now, is this a bad business practice? Yes. However, this game is $25 off of Steam. It is not that much to buy this game. So, I feel it's quite worth the price of admission because, one, I'm getting a confirmed copy of this game and I'm done. Now, speaking of confirmed copy, there are no hard copies. To my knowledge, there is none. There is absolutely nothing coming out for this. And people won't buy it. That is totally fine. It is your decision. You don't want to buy this game because it's not getting a hard copy. That's fine. But the way I look at it is, I love this series. I'm going to play it. Whether I get a hard copy or not does not matter. It should not matter. What matters is the game itself, to me. The game is fun, playable, and most importantly, has extra content in it, then it's good, in my book. Now, a special edition might not meet with everyone's expectations, and I accept that. If you guys aren't going to buy it because no hard copy, no hard feelings, that is your choice. I fully respect that, but I feel that it is more intuitive to actually support the series. Though, I've heard people have voted with their money before, and Capcom just keeps doing this. And that technical side of things, I personally do find that it is stupid that they have had you vote 4 times or whatever. But they're just a company trying to make money. So if they want to push their fans in this way, which is probably one of the worst ways they could do it, that is Capcom's decision. I do not support it whatsoever, but that's what they're going to do. Now, we've talked about Mega Man. We've talked about DMC. What else has Capcom done stupid recently? Well, I brought up on disc DLC. They've been doing that for a while. It's stupid. It should just be unlockable content instead of being on disc, locked by a price tag. I'm sure anyone who hears this will agree. having a price tag on it is kind of stupid. Now, here's what I want from Capcom. And I'll give you a whole wish list of stuff. Sengoku Basra, another game that I got introduced after I played the Devil May Cry series. It is phenomenal. It is Japan only. Now I will import these games. I've already imported 3 of them, technically, because the HD collection has 2 games. Technically 3 games, counting the heroes. I can play them fine. I would love English subs for these games. Heck, if we could even get English dub, that would be amazing. But if it just has to be subbed, that's fine. That's literally all I want for Sengoku Basra. Other than that, the games are fine, they're functional, they're really stylish and awesome. They're very good games. I'd like to see a Metal Walker return. I'd like to see Captain Commando make a return. Unimusha. Final Fight. When's the last Final Fight game? I'd like to see more Ghosts and Goblins. I'd love to see some Power Stone. I'm hoping that... Oh, thanks. Sorry. I'm hoping that they'll make a new Ghosts and Goblins. Bionic Commando. Why not make another one of those games? I know they'll always make Street Fighter and Resident Evil, but I hope anything else that you see on my break screen or that you'll be able to see anywhere will come back. I hope Okami comes back. I hope Beautiful Joe comes back, because a lot of people are missing that series. I hope Dead Rising 1 gets a remake and gets put on PC, because every other Dead Rising game's on PC. I'd love to play the Dead Rising series, but I want the first one. Does that mean I'll eventually get an Xbox 360 and buy Dead Rising 1 off of that? Maybe, but Capcom, you could make money off of Dead Rising 1 if you remaster it, put it on PC. Another thing I want them to do is just put more stuff on PSN and the eShop. They're slowly doing it, but one game that they must, that I really want them to get out before they sink, is Breath of Fire 3 on PSN. And the entire BN series and Star Force series. Everything Mega Man. Before they sink, I want all their stuff downloadable. I want to see Capcom succeed. But with things the way they are, people are like, they're failing us. Meanwhile, I can see that, but I also see that they are trying. I don't like what the heads are doing at Capcom. I think they're doing a horrible, horrible job of running the company. Hopefully they learn that they need to not ask for support from their fan base, but earn the support of their fan base by giving what they deserve. In some cases, maybe that is nothing, depending on the fan base, but at the same time, they need to give them something. Well, this has been NP 2066, aka Mark Penn, also known here and at Omnicom as Captain Capcom. And I wish you all a good day. Respect and honor your past. Live in the present and build for a better future. I hope Capcom does. And I hope they listen to this. But, see you guys.